This is number 91 from the College Algebra Final Exam Review. It asks us to solve log base 3 of x plus log base 3 of x minus 24 equals 4. So I know whenever it says solve and I have a log, I have to be careful with the domain. I'm going to skip the domain for just 1 second and we'll come back to it in the end. These are both log base 3 and they're being added. So I can combine them, I can condense it into the same log base 3 and multiply the two together. So I have log base 3 of x times x minus 24 equals 4. I'm going to distribute this x, that way I don't have so many parentheses. So I have log base 3 of x squared minus 24x equals 4. Now I'm trying to solve this log equation. So in order to solve this, I need to write it in exponential form. My base is 3 to the 4th power equals x squared minus 24x. So I have 3 to the 4th power, which equals 81. 81 equals x squared minus 24x. So I see that it's x squared, so it's a quadratic. So in order to solve it, I have to get it into standard form. So I'm going to subtract 81 from both sides. So 0 equals x squared minus 24x minus 81. So I put it in standard form, which is just set equal to 0. All right, so now I can try to factor this. So I have x squared minus 24x minus 81. There's nothing that all three of those terms have in common, so there's no GCF. My a value is 1, b is negative 24, my c value is negative 81. I'm looking for two numbers that multiply together to give me a times c, so 1 times negative 81. The same two numbers to be added together to give me my b, which is negative 24. So I'm going to go through and write down my options. So in order to get 81, I can have 1 times 81. 2 doesn't work. I could have 3 and 27. So let's see, 1 and 81 can never be multiplied or divided to give me 24, but 3 and 27 can. So let's see if this one works before I go any further. So if I have 3 and 27, in order to multiply together to give me a negative 81, I know one of them has to be negative, the other one positive. In order to add to give me negative 24, I know my bigger number, which is 27, must be negative. So 3 times negative 27 does give me negative 81. 3 plus negative 27 does give me negative 24. We're good to go. So because a is 1, I can go ahead and write my factors. So I have 0 equals x plus 3, and then x minus my 27. Setting each one of those equal to 0. And solving, I'm going to subtract 3 from both sides, so x equals negative 3. Add 27 to both sides, so x equals 27. So I got my two answers. So now I'm going to plug these back into the original to make sure that it works. So remember, whenever I take the log of something, it has to be positive. So I have log base 3 of 3, which is positive, plus log base 3 of 3 minus, this is negative 3, I'm sorry. So negative 3, and then negative 3 minus 24 equals 4. So I see right here, I'm taking the log of a negative number, which cannot happen. So negative 3 is not an answer. That must be positive. We must take the log of a positive number. Same thing for 27. So log base 3 of 27, that one's positive, so it works. Plus log base 3 of 27 minus 24, which is a positive number, so that works, equals 4. So x equals 27 is my only answer. So that is number 91 on my college algebra final exam review.